Hi, everyone. I'm Peter Ristow, and joining me here today in the AccountMate Zoom studio is Les Kule of Friendly Software out on Long Island and Wantagh, New York. Hi, Les. Thanks for joining me today.
Glad to be here.
I'd like to talk to you today about your business as a software solution provider and your relationship with AccountMate. Tell me, when did you get started with AccountMate, and how did you get connected?
We first connected with AccountMate way back in 1986. We had pretty much just gotten our business going, and we had a client who needed accounting software, and we actually had installed a different product at the time. And while we were doing custom work on it, my development team, in other words, my partner, looked over and says to me, "The code here is terrible. We're never selling this product again. We need something else." And that led us to find AccountMate. We connected with them, met them on the phone way back when across the country. And as they say, history was made, and we've been with them ever since.
What keeps you in that relationship?
Well, first and foremost, we provide solutions for our clients. We deliver what they need, what they ask for, and what makes them a better and more competitive company. And we have been successful with AccountMate, and I'd like to think they've been successful with us.
What sets AccountMate apart?
Well, there are actually a couple of things that we tend to take to heart with the product and the company. And it really is a combination of the two. The product itself is designed in a fashion and in a methodology that my team uses, they're comfortable with, they understand it. It's incredibly consistent across the entire platform. So once you learn how to work with it, and once you learn how to modify code in one place, you've in essence learned how to work with it and modify code across the entire product line. And on the flip side of that is the team itself. The working with the AccountMate team has been very productive, has been a great relationship, has been a true partnership in the real sense of the word. And it's not as if we're just a vendor for them, and it's not as if they're just a supplier for us. If we have issues or questions or concerns, we know we can reach out to the ownership team at AccountMate, and they are extraordinarily responsive. And at the same time, if something's going on in the industry or in the dealer market, they know that they can use us as a resource at any time as well.
So you mentioned other solution providers. How do you get along with the solution provider community? Is there a lot of competition?
In any industry, in any business, there's always competition, but the AccountMate community is truly that, a community. And most of the dealers, if they are not directly competing, have a very friendly relationship, a cordial relationship. We all seem to know each other, all of us that have been in the industry for a long time, and there is quite a number of us out there. We are comfortable with each other. We know each other well. There are many, many times where we count on each other for help and assistance. If we run into a problem with a project, we know we can reach out to many of the other dealers out there if they've ever run across a similar problem and how they addressed it and corrected it. And at the same time, the dealer base knows that they can get in touch with us for the same type of input and the same type of response. If there's a problem out there, it really behooves all of us to solve it, because ultimately we're all here for our clients and for the base as a whole. And if we can make that base better and stronger, we've all done our job.
It sounds to me like your approach is really one of developing relationships, not just with AccountMate, other solution providers, but with your customers. Tell me a little bit more about that. How does that work? How do you go about gaining customers and developing those kinds of relationships?
Great question. Our client base, even after all of this time, is pretty much exclusively acquired by referral. We become a trusted advisor similar to their accountant or their attorney. And we know, heck, sometimes before they know, the performance of the company from a numbers and financial perspective. And our clients know they can come to us with just about any type of issue impacting their business, because our base and our background is not just technology, but business as a whole.
I'm sure you've come across, though, those prospects that are fixated on price. How do you deal with that sort of thing, Les?
Well, a couple different ways. First and foremost, when we have our first meeting with a potential client, one of the main priorities we have at that meeting is setting expectation. And setting expectation is more than just what we're going to install, how we're going to help them, how long it's going to take, who's going to be providing the training, what type of development we're going to do. But very critically, and an area that a lot of companies don't touch on, is the investment that's going to be required to make this solution happen. If we can't set the right expectation, if we can't prove that there's a return on investment, and usually a very fast return on investment, most of the time it's well under a year, sometimes under 6 months. And we'll quantify that project virtually every time and every chance we get. If they take the time, and it's not just money, but it's time and effort to invest in their business, we can quantify what those processes are costing them, compare that against the investment to make that happen, then the deal basically sells itself. I don't have to do anything else beyond that.
What would you say to those other folks out there that might be interested in getting into this type of work, this line of business? How would you advise them about entering into a relationship with AccountMate?
Entering a relationship with AccountMate, again, it is a two-way street, and it is a partnership. And AccountMate is very, very cognizant of that. They truly want to partner with the dealer. The technology for us is just one of the tools in our tool belt. And AccountMate understands that, and they will do what they can to help the dealer for assistance as you need it. And they're there for us pretty much all the time.
Any final thoughts, Les?
Well, it's been, now 30 some odd years that we've been partnering with AccountMate. We've enjoyed it, and we will continue to enjoy it. By having AccountMate sitting next to us at the table when we're out bringing clients our solutions, not sitting behind us, but sitting right next to us, we're able to tell our clients and show our clients we are here with AccountMate to provide you, our end user, with a full-blown solution to increase their productivity and increase their profitability now, down the road, and as far into the future as we can see. And that's really what it's all about.
I want to thank you for joining me here today, Les Kule of Friendly Software. Thanks for taking time to explain what it is to be an AccountMate Solution Provider.
Our pleasure.
All right. Thanks, Les.